This is a live look from Donovan State Prison in Otay Mesa, where Lyle Menendez is appearing virtually for a parole hearing. Yesterday, his brother Eric was denied parole. The brothers are serving life sentences for murdering their parents 36 years ago in Beverly Hills. Today's hearing started after 9 o'clock this morning. The parole board is expected to go over Lyle's criminal past, the night he murdered his parents, and evaluate his rehabilitation at Donovan. Our Austin Grabish is monitoring the hearing. He will bring us a live update when a decision comes down. Joining me now to share her insight on the developments in the Menendez brothers' case is psychiatric nurse and professor at Boston College, Dr. Ann Burgess. She was an expert witness for the defense during the brothers' first trial, interviewing them for more than 50 hours inside the LA County Jail back in the 90s. Thank you so much, Dr. Burgess, for joining us.
Thank you for asking.
And we know you've been an advocate for the brothers' release, so we understand that you're disappointed in yesterday's outcome. Let's start there. Commissioner Barton made a statement yesterday referring to family members, saying two things can be true. They can love and forgive you, and you can still be found unsuitable for parole. When you look at the legal standard, do you see where Eric poses unreasonable risk to public safety?
I don't see that. Evidently they did, because they had information that I certainly didn't have. It looks like a lot of the information came from his time in prison and behavior in prison. That seems to be the main focus that the commissioners took.
Yeah, they certainly looked at cell phone issues, some tax evasion scams that allegedly were with members of a gang inside the prison. Barton talked yesterday about continued criminal behavior by Eric from past burglaries, as well as the murder cover-up itself and then the violations in prison. But did you see that criminal behavior as you saw it? Some of it was prior to the murder back at the burglaries. How did you explain the behavior?
I explained the behavior, that there was something going on in the family, that this is one of the symptoms, if you will, and should have been looked at that way, because they certainly didn't need any of the items or the money or whatever it was that was taken. So I thought that was the failure there, although I think the mother did suggest that he get into some treatment. So that might have been corrected at some point, but that was a good symptom. You have this type of family and the boys and what they were doing, that burglary would certainly be high on the list for what is motivating it. Certainly not money.
Mm-hmm. You mentioned the mother. There was discussion yesterday about killing their mother, describing Eric as devoid of human compassion. How did you see him?
The brothers had tried to get the mother to come with them. You know, they had planned, they had a lot of plans to get away. Eric was going to be going to UCLA or USF, I think, one of the ones where he was going to live at the school. So that would have gotten him out of the situation when he was 18. And earlier, they had tried to get the mother to join them on the East Coast when he went back to college. So it really wasn't, I saw it in an entirely different way to try to explain why there was a sudden change in the last 2 weeks before the shootings.
And then the cell phone violations in prison brought up a couple of times. Barton saying that Eric believes that the rules don't apply to him, and it's a sign that the ends justify the means. Is that fair?
Well, I think that the cell phone showed that he wanted to have contact with a family and so forth. He did have a family developing, and I think that explained it, and he was trying to stay in touch. I think that's very different than saying he deliberately was breaking the rules. But at any rate, they did identify that as a problem.
And I think there may be an assumption that Lyle and his hearing going on currently may have an issue then as well with what happened with Eric.
I'm sure that will, that it's taking this much time. It looks like it's going almost as long as it was for Eric. So that's going to be really interesting to see what I don't think anyone is really expecting there to be anything but a denial.
Dr. Ann Burgess, thank you for your time. And with good behavior, we should add, Eric will get another chance in 18 months. So we hope to have you back. We always enjoy speaking with you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.